Alright, so here's the bank, and we got this jug, and it's got a bunch of coins in it. So, let's see, it's about this full, which is, let's say, 5 inches, about 5 inches full. All different types of coins. So leave your best guess in the comments below about how many it is. We're about to count it up.
Hi everybody! Today I want to talk to you a little bit about eggs. I'm boxing up eggs to make a delivery to one of our customers. And I'm a little bit frustrated with our barred rock chicks that we got this year, who are now hens. So let me explain why. First, let's look at the eggs I've got laid out. Goose egg, duck egg, Easter egger, barred rock. So when our barred rock hens started laying in July, they were laying these little bitty eggs, and you can see not only are they shorter than the Americana eggs, but they're also smaller diameter. And I thought, no problem, because usually new hens lay little eggs like this, and then once they mature, usually it doesn't take long, like a month, then they get to their full-size eggs. Well, that was July when they started laying. It's December, and they're still laying little bitty eggs like this, and some of them have gotten a little bit bigger, but they're nowhere near where I'd hoped they'd be, and they're listed as a large egg layer. And those look similar in height, but when you, I don't know if you can see on camera, I'll maybe come and do a close-up, but the diameter of them, they're much smaller eggs, and so that's a little bit disappointing since my customers, let's see, there you go. How's that look? Yeah. My customers are used to getting nice big large eggs like this, and when we had our brown bovines that we bought off Facebook, they were even bigger than this. So this was like an average size egg, and then our other, did I say big bovines? Brown bovines. I hope I said the right thing. They were laying like extra large eggs, and so the boxes were nice and full, and now they're not. So right now we're selling enough eggs that the chickens pay for their own feed. Is basically we come about even. And then here's our duck and goose eggs, which are really huge, but I really haven't found a market for this yet. I found a few people who like the duck eggs for baking, and some people that if I don't have enough chicken eggs, they'll buy some of the duck eggs or goose eggs, but not a huge market. The plus side is that my husband, who can't have chicken, can have duck eggs without any problem at all. So I'm not sure what we're gonna do, because by now I should have been able to get a whole bunch of new customers. I should be selling dozens of eggs every week, but for the price I'm asking, these little bitty eggs just aren't cutting it. So next year I might have to get some other breed and either eat some of these barred rock hens or mix the eggs in so that at least it's like a nice, you know, pretty good. Like you can see in this carton, there's this one I really would rather not sell. We could just eat that, or sometimes I even, if we have extra eggs, I'll cook them and feed them back to the chickens and crush up the shells and give them to them. So I could do that with the little ones. But I want to give my customers a really nice quality product, and I'm just not feeling like I've been doing that lately. One thing that's interesting is these are all barred rock hen eggs, but look at the differences in colors. So I've got like a speckledy egg here and a nice tan one, and then some of them, I don't know, I probably won't be able to find one right now, are even kind of a pink almost shade to it. So if you can see the difference in those. So that's kind of cool and interesting that even among breeds that there's some variance like that. But that's all. I just wanted to kind of gripe a little bit because I really wanted to be making a profit off the eggs this year. We do really well with our chickens. We started with 26 chicks and we have 26 hens still, even after all the problem we had with the roosters. They didn't get our new ones. I mean roosters, raccoons. There was one other thing. Oh, but one of the other reasons that we keep doing eggs is because our egg customers have also been our hog customers and our vegetable customers. So it's kind of like they get the eggs are like the hook.
It's the gateway drug.
I actually thought of that term, but I don't really want to compare food to a drug. But I guess it's like a drug as in medicine. It's healthy food. So they, you know, try a dozen eggs. They really like it. They become customers. They get to know us, and then they have bought other products from us. So that's what's going on. We better get on the road and make these deliveries. Okay, we are expecting some cold weather to come in. Today it is our last day in the 60s, close to 70. Tomorrow is rainy, and then a cold front comes through. Our highs are going to be in the 40s, and our overnight lows will be in the 20s. And so we'll be using our fire a lot more. And so we've come up with this plan when we have, this is a little bit of leftover olive oil and sea salt that I was using to coat some potatoes before putting them in the oven. I had a rather large batch because I have people coming over. So I've got an old egg carton here, and I'm just going to pour the oil into that cup. Ooh, it's almost a little bit too much for that. Then I'm going to go stick this in the wood stove, and next time Chris goes to start a fire, there'll be something there that will easily catch fire, and it's a good way to dispose of the oil without trying to run it down your sink or trying to, you know, like soak it up with paper towels and throw it away. This is reusing it, repurposing it to help keep us warm. Good morning. It's our first really cold day. It's only 15 degrees outside. Let's go see how the birds did. The ducks are cold. Alright, Mr. Quackfish, you keep your girl warm. Chris and I had a day together, and so we came up here to Rosewood Farms. This is about halfway between Hartville and Lebanon on Highway 5 in Missouri. So if you're coming for the Baker Creek Spring Planting Festival or any other time you're going to be at Baker Creek, this is only about 20-ish minutes north of that, maybe half an hour north of that. So it's a fun little stop in. These gardens, it's middle of winter, so they're all dead now. In spring, they'll be all bloomed out and beautiful, and inside is a gift shop. So we're going to go take a look around and see what we can find today. Hey guys, this is Melody from here at Rosewood Farms, and this is a family-run business. So we just asked her if she would just tell you guys a little bit about what they carry here in the store so that when you stop in, you'll know what to expect.
Hi, thank you. We carry lots of chocolate. So lots of chocolate and goodies, and we make our own bath and body. We have soaps, jewelry,
Home
clothing,
decor.
home decor. Yeah, we have a lot.
Yeah, it's really a great place.
We would love
and you
for
guys
you to
have.
come and see us.
Do you have a Facebook page where they can look you up?
We do. Mm-hmm.
And they have great sales throughout the year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I know. And when my dad was still with us, my mom and dad would drive up to Lebanon and get chicks and stuff, and they always would stop in here on the way home and get a coffee. So for me, this holds very much sentimental value, this store does. So I hope that all of you will stop by and visit Melody here at Rosewood Farms when you're coming through the area.
We do too. Come see us soon. Thank you.
Come on, 500. Be good to Mama.
It is chilly outside. The temperatures have dropped. No more of that Indian summer that we've been experiencing. Winter is here. In fact, yesterday the high was, I think, 20 something. And when I went out to do chores, I was going to fill up the horse's water, so I hooked up the hose and turned it on. And then when I got down there, the water wasn't flowing, and I thought, oh, maybe I forgot to turn it on. No, there was water frozen in the hose. There's too much line down there and not enough of a downhill grade for it all to drain out. So we're gonna go make some changes, so hopefully that won't happen for the rest of the winter, because we need to be able to get water to the animals every day.
All right, let's get it done.
Watch it!
Thank you. I'll come back and work on them like this before. I just want to be paid for the hours I work. I didn't ask for anything extra, no damages. I would rather, tried to work out a payment plan with her, and but because she had promised payment so many times and then not following through, I just wasn't comfortable dropping the case. I told her that if she started making payments, that I would go to court and ask for a continuance and give her time to make the payments. And then as soon as it was all paid off, I would go in and, write a letter saying the debt was paid and that we didn't need, that I would dismiss the case, but she wasn't willing to do that. So it's unfortunate that it had to go this far. And in 25 years of interpreting, I've never had an agency just refuse to pay me without real reason. I've had them had to wait a long time when they were waiting on a check from somewhere else. But we did a sunshine report, and she was already paid by the state months ago. Before, we're in December, she was paid in June. So there wasn't any reason for her to not pay me other than just willfully choosing not to. And it's unfortunate that it had to go this far, and I just hope that it gets resolved. Remember my video, Show Me the Money? Today I'm going to court. I saw where it says $27 and thought it said $2,700 and that I was only awarded half of the amount I was owed, and I kind of freaked out and I went back and asked the judge if I could talk to him and then I reread it.
Blonde moment.
Yes, well, it's amateur hour around here is what I've been told.
Exactly. Alright, so once you win your case, they don't just hand you money, do they?
No. So I have a bunch of paperwork I have to fill.
Yeah, big stacks of paperwork here.
Yes, and there was an issue. So we live far away, and I was going to take all the paperwork home and fill it out, but Chris said, well, let's fill it out here and have them check it first, so that when we mail it back in, if there's any errors, there won't be errors at that time. Well, I started filling it out, and on the paperwork, I put the business name of the person because that's where their paychecks go to, that's what their bank account is under. But on the judgment that the judge handed me originally, it only had the person's first name, or first and last name, not their business name. So then I had to go back upstairs to the court and wait till he heard all his other cases, which fortunately wasn't very long, and then ask him to add that on there. Good call on Chris for suggesting we stay here and do this, because it would have meant another trip to go fix everything. Long waiting process.
So I noticed there's a Morton's right across the way. What do you say we pop in for a soda?
Yeah, I think I'll sit down and I'll be like, I just want to smell the steaks because I'm broke and I can't afford to eat here right now. That's why I was in court. But I'll take a Pepsi.
We'll have our drinks and just smell the steaks. Thanks.
Do you have free rolls? Free rolls? How about the butter? Does the butter cost anything? All right, let's go home.
550 maybe.
35.
Put the lid back.
There we are, big money.
So the total for Grandma's Mad Money, $604.64. Not bad for a woman who's been collecting coins around the house for a few years. That, however, is not the total for the jug. We counted all of her other coins first before we counted the jug, so we had a starting balance. So let's deduct the starting balance and see where we end up. With a starting balance of $336.02, that gives us a grand total of $268.62 in that jug. If that was your guess or you were the closest, congratulations.
What you gonna do with all that mad money?
Well, I'm going to go down to Oklahoma and see Betty, and we're going to take a trip to Dallas and do some running around and see her family and some friends down there.
All right, well, stay away from those Indian casinos, all right?
Oh, boy. You know how to spoil a day.
If you liked today's video, be sure to give us a thumbs up, comment down below, subscribe, and we'll see you next week. Crowns are for winners.